I'm curious because you've built this real estate business around ownership. So you don't really go off like just selling your properties. What does that ownership mean to you? Is it more of like a cash flow, a control? Like what is it?
Okay, so it is not my company. It's mine and my brother's. So it's a we thing. It's an our thing. It's not a me thing. But you have to understand where the value is in real estate. Okay? Number one, the values are in appreciation. The values are in upside. The values of holding real estate are also in the tax benefits. Okay, where these guys will come in and out and start buying real estate and then selling it. They flip it. They do this. They do all kinds of different things to get in and get out. They're not recognizing all the tax benefits. The number one advantage of owning real estate is the tax benefit. It's a beautiful thing, man. So why unload? Why unload and pay all the cap gains and things like that? Unless you're sophisticated and you know how to do a 1031 and you want to play it that way, then go ahead. I salute. You can do it. But if you want to really make the money, really see the benefits of this business, you buy it, you keep it, you hold it, you get the increases, you refi it every 5 years, you paid right, you bought right, so now you can get those increases, and you're not upside down on the property. Every 5 years, you refi, and what do? Cash out refi and buy another property. And everybody's another thing. These people are all complaining about the interest rates. Yeah, do I like to see these interest rates this high? But remember something. The interest rates, the mortgage rates, interest rates have been kept artificially high for the last 20 years. Artificially low. I'm sorry. No. They've been kept artificially low. That's not the natural cycle of interest rates. You know, over the 20 years prior to that, you had interest rates 18%. The first piece of property I bought was 18%.
Yeah.
And then 7%, 5%, 4%, 8%, 9%. The average 20-year average for interest rates happens to be between 7 and 8%. Now, you have to discount that for the last 20 years because these people have kept it artificially low.
Yeah.
So when I see rates at 7 and 8%, you know what? I've already underwritten that deal before I bought it at those numbers to see if I was going to make money because I knew those were the average rates. So I'm not upside down. I knew exactly what I had to do. I paid right and I'm golden.
You mentioned that when you were starting out in your real estate career, no one really helped you out. No one really gave you the steps that you needed to get started. Why do you want to change that? Why do you want to help people get started and start investing in real estate?
Okay, so rewind to the 80s. Selfish people everywhere. The neighbors, everybody. Oh, Paul, you want to get into real estate? Nah, stay the fuck away from real estate. It's bad investment. You don't want to do that. It's aggravating. You don't make no money. Meanwhile, these people buying real estate everywhere. It was more a selfish thing than it was a reality thing. They didn't want you to buy because they didn't want the competition. They wanted to buy everything they could. So they told you, stay away, stay away. Now, why do I want to help people? This is a business that can set you up for the rest of your life. You just can't believe the bullshit. You've got to listen to the right people. I remember when I started doing this about 3-4 years ago, the reason I started was because I saw all the horse shit, all the bad information, all the bullshit going back and forth. These fucking people telling everybody, just buy it, just buy it. Then telling them, well, you know what? Let's syndicate. Who in their right mind is going to give somebody who knows nothing about real estate money to invest in real estate? You gotta be a fucking idiot. I'm sorry, but what it takes is common sense. And we know the slogan about common sense. It's not so common. So these people were investing, and I hear it to this day. My investigator called me up on Friday last week. He called me up. He says, Paul, you know so-and-so? You know so-and-so? I said, I know the name. He says, they're all being investigated. They've been robbing people. I said, fuck them. They don't want to play nice? Fuck them. Good. They shouldn't be doing that. And that's the shit that's still going on to this day. And it's beyond me to see how people just part with their money because somebody has a good story, because somebody is a good salesman, Because that's what it turns down to. Who can sell the idea better?
For sure.
You know, and that's why I'm doing this, because I don't want to see people get wrecked.
Yeah.
You can lose your life savings doing this the wrong way.
For sure. And it's interesting because also when you started, people were telling you, no, like this is not for you. Real estate is not for you. Don't get into real estate. It's a risk, etc. And all these things. And I feel like this could happen to individuals in any type of industry. Maybe it's even their family telling them not to get into a certain industry and not to take a risk. What kept you going aside from all those people telling you not to get into real estate? Was it something internally, or what kept you going?
I've got fire in the pit. You can't stop me. Once it's in my head, I'm going. Full speed ahead. I'm not stopping until I get there. That's what kept me going. You need to have fire in the pit. Here, I'll give you an example. Ready for this one? I have a tenant, owns a restaurant. This is going back about 10, 15 years ago. And he's having a hard time paying the rent. And I go into the restaurant one day. I says, what are you doing here? What's happening? He says, you know what, Paul, it's tough. I says, well, I don't remember his name. I said, Mr. So-and-so, why don't you try this? And why don't you try that? Oh, well, you know what? It wasn't in my business plan. I looked at him, I says, and what, going out of business was? Fuck is wrong with you? Smarten up. Pay your rent or hit the bricks. I mean, if you're not ready to change, if you're not ready to roll, then don't get into business, man. Get a job and be happy.